Life is a...
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to get this weekly check-in, paycheck to paycheck, closeout results video done in the new year, or in the year 2020, and begin in 2022. I can't believe New Year's is here. This is actually December 30th. When I'm posting this, and my husband gets his first of the month checks a day early, so I'm actually ending the year a day early, but that's okay because I rather go with the timing of the flow of the income than the actual day of the year, so that doesn't really matter to me. So, but I'm closing out the budget for December. I'm closing out all the things and ready to move on to the new year, and hopefully it's more amazing and bigger blessings and better health in the future. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, but I know I'm excited about this year. My son is graduating high school this year. My husband will be looking for a new job this year. We'll possibly be selling our house this year. We have a lot of things going on, and I started a Roth IRA for myself. Even though I'm 47, I'm just going to do it and just save as much money as I can and have enough assets for the future to take care of me. And yeah, I'm just really working on financial health and physical health and mental health and all the things for the new year. So I'm ready to get into that. So weekly check-in, we're doing week 4. We're going to close it out and we'll be done with December. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out these budget sheets. These are my budget sheets. I sell them in Etsy. They're downloadable printables. These are also PDFs that can be put on any GoodNotes, Notability, or any of those PDF writables. And I'm actually going to be revamping my or rebranding my Etsy store, so it's going to look a little different, and I'll do a video release on that, but I will still keep up with the budget sheets. I finally came up with a February look for the budget sheets. It'll be the first week of January before I get that finished and ready to upload, and all the new things. So much is going on. I did my first short on YouTube. Go check that out. It's got a list of all the videos from today, the 30th, all the way to January 4th into the new year and everything. I've got a video every day, it seems like. So yeah, I got to get all this done. So let's dive in. I'll be right back. So here is December weekly check-in. We are going to go all the way down to the bottom of the sheet here. This is how I do mine every year, every month, every week. I just write down the dates and I figure things out and go from there. So what we're going to do is total up all the spending by category, and then we're going to come up with the balance and then the ending balance. Then we're going to take those numbers and we'll put them in our paycheck to paycheck, because this closes out December and that'll be done. And then we'll move on from there. So on the other side of this is part of the calendar I use. So here's my calendar. Here's part of my calendar. It's a 2-page calendar. It's December. It is dated. I use my own budget stickers, and I have my own no spend stickers and stuff like that. My December calendar, I keep my expenses. Every time I spend something during the day, at the end of the day, I will just come here to my calendar. I grab my little stickers and I just mark down exactly what I spent. My 5 categories are grocery household, where I combine all my grocery household purchases in one category. I do that because I usually buy it in one store and I don't have to divide a receipt. If you don't shop that way, I would suggest separating those 2 categories. But if you do shop that way, put them together and it works very well. Just make sure you budget enough money for a combined category, which is what I do. Restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, and unbudgeted. You're going to be very happy with restaurants. We didn't spend a lot of money in restaurants at all, and I'm super thrilled with that. In fact, I think it was less than $50. Maybe it was right at $50. I don't know. Yeah, just over $50. So less than $60, I should say. So I'm super excited about that. So let's come down here. We are checking in on the 22nd here. And reason I did that is because I was traveling and going out of town, and I just was not going to have time to do a video on Thursday at the end of the day to close out the weekly check-in to be ready for Friday. So I went ahead and did one early, and we're going to start here with Wednesday. Now, I've already kind of pre-done some of this stuff to make it go a little bit faster. So here on the 22nd is where we're going to start, and I have written everything out. So grocery household, we're just going to check it off as we go. I think I might start doing this going forward, but the first thing we have is Walmart for $154.25. I was just buying whatever we needed before we traveled and for when we got back. Just regular stuff that we need for the house and some household stuff. Let's see. The next grocery item, we were in Raleigh, North Carolina, and that's why it's in blue pen, because I didn't have my pens with me, and I did not plan well. So here, oops, let me raise it up just a little bit. Here, I went to Food Lion. I got a carton of milk, $3.36, which was a waste. I regretted it because the hotel we were staying at froze the milk. The little mini fridge just froze the milk solid. Half of it. So we didn't even get to finish it. So I won't be doing that again. And I usually do that because my sons like to eat breakfast in their room, and they eat breakfast, a bowl of cereal and things like that. And so they need one of the milk, and they don't always have milk downstairs in those little cartons easily to get in the breakfast area, because hotels are just not the same as they used to be. So I couldn't count on that, and it was fine. Next grocery, and this is kind of odd the way I have it set up just a little bit, and I'll explain as I go. We came back on Sunday, and I stopped at Food Lion that evening and picked up a few things that I knew that I needed right away, some ground beef and stuff like that for dinner, and a handful of items that we didn't have in the house that we traveled with. Amazon. So there's a beauty product which I considered in grocery household that I just ordered it from Amazon because I didn't want to go back out to the store. I ordered paper. Sometimes I get paper at Walmart, so I just threw it in there. And I had more of a cushion of money in my grocery household, so I didn't divide this receipt up, even though it's not all groceries. Really, it's mostly household stuff, supplements, and then another one for supplements. When I ordered it all together, the Amazon split it in two different orders, so the total came out two different totals there. So $43.28. Again, that's a tea tree kind of conditioner and body moisturizer that works for my son that he likes a lot. Paper for my printing and stuff, for my budget sheets, and then B12 supplements, as well as supplements here. There was a few other supplements I needed to get. So those things had to happen. And then the next one was this Walmart for $144.22. I actually bought a lot of things that were big ticket items, like a flat iron for my hair, which is health and beauty, so I can put it under household. And just weird things like that I didn't expect to buy, but I decided to buy anyway. I was very spendy mood. I bought makeup. I normally don't buy makeup, but it was there at Walmart. As you can see, I got nail polish on, which I'm not that great at doing my nails, but hey, they're colored, so and I'm kind of enjoying them. They do chip easily, and I am not someone who can tolerate a lot of nail polish and a lot of the fumes that you smell from removing it and getting it put on. I actually can taste chemicals on my tongue when I smell them, so it's very strange, and I avoid it all the time. And this is probably the first time on my channel I've actually had nail polish. I don't remember another time that I have. So anyway, and then I went to Walmart for $48.68. Just some handful of things that I wanted to get. I have home group starting again next Tuesday, which means I'm going to provide snacks, and I wanted to make sure I had all the snack yummy things for people to, finger food for people to have when they come over. And then today, the 30th, is a no spend day. So that is what I'm counting today, and you can't even see that. There we go. No spend day right here. And the reason I want to do that is because I wanted to close out this budget and let it go from here. And I love this little Santa Claus. I got him out of one of my sticker books. So obviously I did not spend on Christmas, so that's good. Now the total grocery household spending was $465.28. And it was still within budget, so we're good there. Restaurants. I only had 2 restaurants, and they're right here. McDonald's, I stopped and picked up McDonald's for the entire family, my parents, as well as my sons and myself here. And that was when we drove into Raleigh, and I picked up lunch and fed the family. And my dad actually gave me cash. I kept the cash and didn't put it in the bank. I'm not going to, because it was like a $20 bill that he gave me. So I'm going to keep that because that means I don't have to run to the ATM and get cash when my son needs a haircut. And it's $20 when our hairstylist comes to the house and cuts his hair. So I have some haircut money on reserve. So I'm super excited about that. And then Papa John's, I had $10 Papa Bucks, as they call them, or something like that. And I ordered pizza. It was my son's birthday on Christmas Eve. And the total was $29.39. And that was awesome. So it was lower than normal, and I had a discount and all the good things, and we had pizza, and I was so thankful that they were open on Christmas Eve. They were only open till 8 o'clock, so you had to call on time. No spend on Christmas Day. I took a day of rest, almost like a Sabbath, which was really nice, and just kind of hung out with my parents and just relaxed. So everything else should be over here except for one unbudgeted item. The next thing I have here is, I did the restaurants, Miscellaneous. So Miscellaneous, I'm trying to make sure I'm on camera here. Miscellaneous. Okay, Apple Music. So we don't get good radio. Well, we get radio signal, but it comes in and out. And we'd have to switch it several times to get the stations we want. We listen to Christian music, K-Love, and things like that. And then my car and my app don't want to cooperate anymore easily. So I went ahead and downloaded a few extra songs under my Christian playlist. And I spent $11.99 on an album and then $1.29 on 3 different songs. So they were each $1.29. Total, it was $15.86. It was Miscellaneous, and that comprised of just over 3 hours of music, which is exactly what I need to get from my house to my parents' house, 3 hours door to door, and which is a great drive. Etsy Digital, this was the February budgets designs that I was looking at, and I went ahead and purchased that. And then Etsy Digital again, here's where I'm going to rebrand for my Etsy store. And I found this branding kit that I just thought was really cool. And it's really made a huge difference. I've already started using it, so hopefully I can get it done within the first month of the new year. So that should look good. And total Miscellaneous was $34.93. I was over budget in that. I'm still over budget in that, but I had plenty to compensate from the other categories to cover the cost of that. So I'm still under budget for the month for all 4 categories, but over budget with the Miscellaneous. Now, today, let's see, well, let's start over here. I have 2 unbudgeted, allergy and asthma. I did get an allergy shot that morning. I had to pay my copay. And then over here, I have USPS, and I shipped a package to a sweet friend, Stacy, and she won the Erin Condren seasonal surprise winter box, and so it's being shipped to her house right now. I was able to get the post office today, and it was awesome, and she got my email and emailed me back, so I'm super excited about that. So she definitely is going to be one lucky lady, and I hope she enjoys the box that she gets and everything. So that is that. So that prize got mailed out. The next one will be the spring surprise box, and I don't have any dates on that, but I think they're shipped in May, which means you purchase them in April. So I will keep you guys up to date on that. Let's go ahead and put down these numbers. So grocery household spent was $465.28. Restaurants were 58. Told you it was under $60. That was awesome. What's helping is my husband is currently deployed and he still has no return date, and I won't know until after the new year. But he is deployed, so he's not home to go out to eat with. So there's that. And then miscellaneous, I tried to keep it low, $34.93. Gas was $62.97, and then unbudgeted was $21.80. This one was allergy and asthma, and then I didn't plan on how much I was spending on shipping the box, so I just wanted to put it there under unbudgeted, because it was just a pop-up kind of thing, and that came out of the buffer, the checking account. Though these numbers, unbudgeted is not counted in the totals. It's just there to go, well, what did you spend unbudgeted on, and was it frivolous or was it something good? And this is something good. So I really need to start planning out a little bit more on budgeting for my allergy shots, since I'm paying them as I go. I used to give them like a credit and $100 up front, because I used to go weekly and every other week. But since I'm going every 4 weeks to 6 weeks, then I'm like, okay, I can just pay as I go. And that works for me. So let's go ahead and do the total here for what these new balances are. So I have $538.21 I had left in the budget available for me to spend on grocery household stuff. I spent $465.28 of that, and that left me with $72.93. Now you're going to see when I do my paycheck to paycheck, these are going to be the same numbers I use over there. So there's that. Let's see. $210.22 is what I have here for restaurants, and I had $58.64. There we go. Left me quite a bit of money in there, which I'm super happy with. I'm going to be reducing how much I budget for restaurants going in the future. I am type 2 diabetes, and I have an appointment coming up in January 7th. So I'll have more information on how I'm doing and how this is helping not just save me money, but helping with my health, and seeing where that goes. So hopefully we'll be okay there. Okay, I'm back, and I am embarrassed because my miscellaneous is way off. I knew I was over budget, but I don't have an over budget number here because I forgot to track something. Oh my gosh, here we go. So I'm gonna erase this. Gotta love the Frixon erasable things. Now the other half of the calendar shows a purchase that I did not check off. Oh, I forgot to check that off too. There we go. Sarah Marie stickers. Oh my goodness. So I spent quite a bit there. I spent $71.56 with a discount. Shame on me. But I was getting February stuff, and I was getting other things. And I think I got another January New Year's kit, because it's very funny. I didn't realize this was going to happen, but when I ended one planner, it had that December going into January at the end. And I already filmed that. But then when you start your January in the new planner, it also had the end of December going into January. And I'm like, but I want to sticker this page too. So I just bought the same stickers for it. And then I might do some fun stuff with that. So I bought a whole bunch of stickers and a whole bunch of stuff, and you know, all the things and all the stuff. So I need to total this up, $15.86. But because it was on this page, I missed it on the 22nd. That was okay. 6.20, $12.87 plus $71.56. Oh, goodness. Okay. So that was $106.49. And that's what the number should be. Let's make sure the math is correct, because I have my little Excel spreadsheet over here with all the information that does the math and keeps me honest. All right, let's see here. Negative plus 62, 66, and check and check. Yes, that is the number I was looking for. 'Cause, oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, but that was for the A5 ring agenda and the hourly planner. So I can do the stickers with the videos that you guys seem to like. I hope you still want to keep watching those going forward. And I enjoy doing them. They're new to me, but I enjoy doing them. So I think they're fun. All right, so that is accurate. Okay, every number so far is accurate. And now I just need to go ahead and do this last one where I had $162.57 budgeted for gasoline. I didn't know how much I was going to need this month. And with my husband gone, I didn't know what to do with the gas prices, and I have a big vehicle and all the good things. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that extra money because I used to budget $250. Now I'm doing $350 because I don't know when my husband's coming home. I just want to keep it high on the high end, and then that extra money that we don't spend can just go back to the buffer of the checking account, or offset anything that we have to overspend here. So let's see, subtract the 62.97, and oops, I don't know why I put a minus sign there. There we go. All right, $99.60 left over there. We are good to go. So I want to total the spent, which was $465.28 plus the $58.64 plus the $106.49 plus the $62.97, and that gives me $693.38. So let's see if that minus the $973.66. Did I do that? No, I added that. I knew I was going to do that. 97366 minus 69338. There we go. Let's see if it matches. 280.28. All right. So 72.93 plus the 151.58 minus the 43.83 plus the 99.60. 208.28. Check and check. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to keep that paper handy. Sorry about my squeaky chair here. I'm going to keep this handy off to the side because I'm going to use those numbers again when I get my paycheck to paycheck. I was doing this earlier, and I don't know what I've been doing with the adjustments because I took out $8.06 in previous weeks, and I don't know, just something went wrong. So I had to add back in $12.87 to match a bank account to what is actually in the account right now, so I can get these numbers right. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to close out paycheck 3 because, like I said, midnight tonight, I think the money for my husband is going to go into the bank account, and I'll be ready for the new pay period. So I want to go ahead and do this. $865.95 was what I thought balance over, but I may have gotten that wrong, and I'm not sure. But I am not going to chase this down, and it was more than what I thought as far as what was in the bank account. So more money is better, not less. So I'm not missing anything. And then my husband's paycheck with overtime was $4,646.16. And then $12.87 was the adjustment. Not sure what happened there, but this is what the number I need to make this right. So $5,524.98. All right, so now I need to take those totals that I have, and I don't typically do this with every paycheck to paycheck because this paycheck 3 was only week 4 of the weekly check-in. So I can take week 4 and put those numbers here and the math comes out right. But if I was working with, let's say, paycheck 2, which is not on the other side of this, paycheck 2 would be 2 weeks long, so I would need week 2 and week 3 in order to get the total I need right here. So it just varies week to week and paycheck to paycheck and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get these numbers. Put this to the side here. My first one, I put them in the same order every time I write them down: grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline. So when I write stuff down, I have that memorized. So let's go ahead and write down what we spent. And actually, I'm going to use a little sticky note instead of this because it's a big piece of paper. Let's see. There we go. So, and these numbers will line up for paycheck 3. All right. Grocery household was $465.28. Restaurants was $58.64. Miscellaneous was $106.49. And gasoline was $62.98. All right, so now we have all of those numbers. That's good. Now I'm just going to pull the sheet that has the totals with the balances, because as you can see, this number match all the way across. They all match. So I'm just going to bring these balances over so I don't have to do the math again, which I'm happy about. 72.93, 151.58, and then 99.60, and then 43.83. All right, so now that I have that done, I can total all of my expenses right here. And then I can go down here and in my total section and put total bills and expenses for paycheck 3, and then income minus expenses, and put that there. And that'll be what balances forward for January 2022. And I can't believe I'm still saying that. Oh my gosh. This year has been one wild ride. Whew. All right, here we go. So, see if I can get everything on camera. There we go. And let's just do these totals. I'm going to fast forward through this part and I'll be right back.
Winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And
Okay, I'm back. So I don't know if you've ever noticed this in my paycheck to paycheck videos. Before I go over to total, when I have unbudgeted items, because I don't include them in these numbers, I do a line item here at the bottom, include it in the total as a separate, where I put 0 here in the budget, because the budgeted part had already been done at the beginning of paycheck 3. As they pop up, I will do them as an unbudgeted item and go ahead and put them in the actual column. So that's kind of where that came from. I don't know if I've ever explained that very well, but that's how I like doing it. And it just, for whatever reason, flows and makes sense in my brain that way. So here we go. We had $69.99. This is actually a sinking fund. And sinking fund, because I reduced our sinking funds a little bit to compensate for this and the $44.10 last paycheck period, the cash was sitting in the checking account, and then I just transferred the rest of the money into the savings. What was already in savings got dispersed among the other sinking categories. So it totaled up correct in the end is what it happened. It comes out in the wash, as they say. Visa, $450.12. I did pay off the Visa, and then I had to have a couple of charges. I will talk about that in January, and when you see the balance carry over. They're not high charges. It'll be fine. Yeah. It is what it is. So tithe came out for tithing the salary, and then we did a second tithing. Any overtime that my husband got, my husband said, when you tithe the overtime, please tithe it to our Greater Europe Missions and organization and the specific missionaries that we're supporting. And I'm so glad that we did, because we just found out they're having another baby, and I'm like, yay! course, I'm so excited. And so their little boy's going to be a big brother, and it's just exciting. Anyway, all the babies in all the world. City utilities, I did not have a bill in December, but when I don't have a bill, I send $100. We average about $200 every other month. So 6 times a year or every 2 months, there's a bill that actually comes in, and we average $200 on the bill. So on the months I don't have it, I just pay them $100. And the months I do have it, whatever the difference is, that's what we pay. And that works for us. Next thing we have is grocery household, and we went through all that, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline. And now savings to emergency fund, which is going to change in the new year anyway. But I put in the savings account where the emergency fund is $2,340.50 from the overtime from this check. My husband's typical check is $2,313.28, and this was more than double. So that's where the extra money went, and this is more than what his normal salary check was. I was so excited that we got to put that over there. Now, I did estimate this is actually what was over, but I reduced it by $250 because in that same savings account is where I keep my husband's travel expense. And $250 was taken out of our checking account. And because he had already gotten paid, I just reduced what I was going to put into savings by $250 and then moved on paper. Basically, it's one account, it's one pot that all the money's put into. Assigned it to the emergency fund and reduced the travel expense savings that we have to pay for when he has travel expense. We put that into the emergency fund and reduced what the travel. And so we know how much, it's an accurate balance, I guess you could say. I know that didn't make any sense. I do apologize. Anyway, Verizon, I almost forgot that bill and I had to put it on the bottom. Normally I would have it up here, but Verizon, that came out like normal. That's our internet. And then, like I said, travel expense, my husband paid for his meals on the ship, and then the company reimburses us later in the paycheck. USPS is the box I sent today, and I'm super excited for Stacy to get that box. And then allergy and asthma is where I get my allergy shots. This is my copay for that. So let's put this number down here. So my total expenses were $5,031.43. There we go. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to make this a negative, and I'm going to hit the plus sign, and then I'm going to try to add this. So this is what the income was. And that was $5,524.98. And voila. So that is my bank account. That is my bank account. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm a penny off somewhere. I'm not going to worry about it. If I'm a penny off, I'm a penny off. This is what the new year is going to end with. This $493.55, 56, whatever it is. So that is good. I don't mind being off by a penny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom us out and put my pages back in my notebook and close out this video. Okay, here we go. I just happened to pop in my weekly check-in over here and next to my paycheck 3. They're normally not side by side, but I thought it would be a good way of showing both pages. Weekly check-in, done and done. I am happy with the way we ended everything. $280.28 left over. I do believe I started the month with $1,200 as my grocery household, and I did not need $1,200. I could have done $1,000 and still got away with it, but the money would have been tighter here, and I would have had to move money from restaurants to grocery household. So, which is fine. I'm happy to do that. I think we did good on that. And then paycheck 3 closed out, maybe with a penny off. I don't know. I will double check that when the bank account happens, and I won't worry about it when I go to January 1st. When I do my monthly budget for January, you'll know whether that penny needed to be there or not, or if I did it completely wrong. These things happen, you know, when you're tracking so much information and you're moving things around. I love doing it this way because I have the opportunity to say what is important, what is most valuable for me and my family, and use the money appropriately that way. That's what I call being good stewards of money. That's how I stay in control of money instead of money being in control with me. Or I stay in control of my bills and say, hey, I'm not going to have you like nickel and dime me to death. So that is what is important to me. And yeah, December was a good month. I am super excited. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had an amazing year, and I hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day coming up. I have videos coming up, and I will see you guys in the new year. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Wanna know, really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.